A big hello to everyone. This is Gavin. This is Big. And please remember today's day. It's 3rd of November. Today is the day will be remembered always as the day when Saha killed Pant's career. Forever. Completely forever. And you can't even blame him for that. And on that note, I'm going to ask you, Bikram, who do you think is going to win? Joe Biden or Donald Trump?
Donald Trump, of course.
Donald Trump! Going against the polls again, putting Chennai at the rock bottom, and in the end, and we're going for Donald Trump, and because the poll said last time as well, Donald Trump is not going to win, Hillary Clinton is going to win, but then what happened? Polls were wrong again, and this is the same thing that happened. By the way, I'm very sorry, Bikram, that Chennai did not come last. I picked them 7th, they came 7th because somehow I got them together after Kings 11, renegated on their contract or coming last. I had a last minute pact with RR, and it was like, listen buddy, you're not going to qualify anyway. KKR is not going to qualify anyway. RR is actually very happy right now. He's like, well, anyway, KKR also didn't qualify. We would have not qualified anyway because SRH whooped Mumbai. Yeah. This was as good a win as it ever gets. It was just freaking wonderful. And how good is Wriddhiman Saha? And I just want to say one thing that I've been yelling about in the podcast, and I feel a little bit vindicated and very happy about that I've been saying that David Warner is not playing like himself because he's decided not to play like himself. And at one time, if you remember, I said I'm not even sure if he's ever going to play like David Warner, and which will be a huge petty because he's been playing like a combination of Shubman Gill or KL Rahul, because you are none of them, because they make runs for themselves and their teams never qualify. You are David Warner. You are the Goliath. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to play exactly. And now everybody had already shat on SRH. And remember, like long time ago, we had this thing, and I had picking KKR, and then you convinced me that SRH, and I picked SRH, and I was like, what is happening? And SRH keeps losing, and I was like, but they don't look bad. They are really good, but they just keep screwing up, like something is incorrect because David Warner is not playing like himself, and it impacts the rest of the team. And now they are the people who drop Johnny Bairstow and get Wriddhiman Saha, who just specifically Wriddhiman Saha said, like, let me come in and destroy Pant's career. This guy's too fat to be in Indian cricket team. And Rohit, now you're realizing what the fitness does to people, right? When Rohit is coming unfit just because you're supposed to be captain. If they were actually SRH, they would actually drop Rohit and let Pollard continue and actually win them the IPL. Because right now, if they lose IPL, you know exactly the reason it's going to be, right? Because they really fell from the perch today. But I can understand that these matches. And by the way, do you know what is happening with the other Pandya? He hasn't played 2 matches. Is he sick? What has happened to him?
No idea. I don't know. Maybe they're resting.
So on that note, I wanna talk about 2 things very quickly because I've been very harsh on 2 people. One is commentators, justifiably. But I want to say one thing on that note because you also don't know what has happened with Pandya. I do want to cut them some slack by saying that because this is cricket and not football, actually there is no transparency. People actually don't fucking come to know what the hell is going on. Because in football, I'm so used to football, they know everything. They're asked everything directly to the managers, physios, and they have contracts. They have to tell them what the fuck is going on. Here, nobody tells anybody anything. So when I'm being really harsh that these guys don't know anything, which is partially their fault because they don't know homework at all. Absolutely no homework. And other time, but mainly also at cutting them slack because these people don't tell them what the hell is going on. Rohit, I don't even know, I'm not even sure the Indian team actually knows who is going. The selectors know what the hell is wrong with this guy. And in fact, Shastri came out to say he's probably going to injure himself again, which is everything just comes as a surprise. And other slack I want to cut to this other guy I've been yelling at, who was that fast bowler from that team who just qualified. Was this from Delhi? No, RR. What's that guy's name?
Rajput.
Forgetting his name.
Sorry, not Rajput. Tyagi.
Tyagi. So I just want to say one thing that I was very angry with him, laughing and smiling, but I think I just realized I was monitoring him. It's just that nervous smile whenever he gets hit for a 6 or a boundary, he just can't control it. So well, fair enough, but maybe you can get yourself operated or something, or maybe don't go for 6s for heaven's sake. So many of them. So otherwise he bowled pretty fine. I think hopefully he can comes back a better batsman, better bowler, better bowler. Sorry, not a batsman. So anyway, I want to quickly come back to this. I don't want this podcast to become 3 hours and 45 minutes like Joe Rogan's podcast. Eventually, SRH finishes 3rd. And now when you see it, like the overall table does not look exactly like what we picked. In fact, apart from Kolkata Knight Riders every position is just all over the place. If I say for both of us together, and then, but it's the top 4 and the bottom 4 are exactly the same.
Exactly.
I don't think we could have asked for anything more, particularly in this IPL. I'm not sure. I want to bet on Earth and Jupiter, on everything, on the universe, that whosoever fucking predicted, the best of the best people, I want to say who predicted better than us, as close as this one. I just can't think of anybody, because you couldn't have predicted something as close as us, because this has been greatest IPL. It's just, you can't decide anything till the last minute. It was just absolutely crazy. I don't know which one to pick on. I just have a question from you, because both of us have had picked and put all the money on RCB, but RCB. And I'm not talking about one single match. They just don't look like the champion team. They got nervous that day. They got nervous against Delhi. I could see them nervous. And I was like, you're getting nervous against Delhi.
Yeah, even
and
he
then Delhi deserved it
that. I think the problem was also that they were not going for the win, I felt, because they knew that they had to somehow stretch the match beyond 17.3 overs to qualify. So I think they were mostly trying to do that rather than going for the win. And I think even Virat Kohli came out and said that we were a bit tentative because of the pressure. That was there. And then Morris got
That's not
injured.
good enough. Dude, this is not good enough. Pressure is on SRH. They're playing the number 1 team right now, okay? This is called pressure. And by the way, when you already know that even after losing on a qualify, and who the hell wins matches in 17.3 overs anyway? I'm not talking about SRH, they do. But SRH actually won in 17.1 overs, interestingly. But teams don't win by 2.5 overs, right? You can easily fix that situation. But if you're a champion, that's my point. If you're a champion, this is not your approach. And you get nervous. And I've been shitty on Shubman Gill, even KL Rahul, who's actually had some good innings. But other times when he's actually made runs, it's not helped the team. But I've been cutting a lot of slack for Virat Kohli. But if you really see Virat Kohli, he's done jack shit either. Like, he hasn't done jack shit anyway. Because whenever he scored, apart from that one really, really amazing innings, he went nuts in the last 15 balls or something. Yeah, and then apart from that, he's been absolutely miserable. Either he started really badly, after that he's gotten some score, and the way he's such a champion batsman, when I say such champion, he's like the champion batsman. For him, and even at the same time, he has not done anything, and same reason why his team is in this strife, and this is the same reason Rajasthan Royals actually got destroyed, because you can't play on so many times when you're Steven Smith, right? This is your bastion, and you were supposed to be there. I mean, that's the reason these people not performed, and that's the reason why KL Rahul or Shubman Gill, all these things eventually catch up to you, because you can't just hide under something. And Delhi, to be very frank, don't deserve to be there, but when they the way RCB played against them, and the way they had already built up so much equity in the first half of the IPL, but that's the thing. And now we're saying, like, this is going to be the greatest miracle as well. I mean, obviously, because we are so fickle and thinking about the right now. But SRH, the way they're playing, as long as they don't actually do a Rajasthan Royals a complete meltdown, these guys can actually, such a nice streak. All they have to do is win 3 matches, and boom, boom, they're on. And so, I don't know, but this is a very interesting IPL. I'm very happy this is the time we actually started doing it. It's been really exhausting for us as well. Because I've been thinking about it, it's like, I don't know how much I can go on with the same intensity in my voice. And I've noticed even although my intensity is good, but my voice has, it's become more throaty, and it feels like, because I've been yelling constantly. So yeah, that was few of my points. I don't know what you want. You can pick on something if you feel.
Yeah, sure. I think I'll say something about today's match. And in today's match, Mumbai Indians rested Bumrah and who is the other guy? Bolt. Yeah. So
Usain. Sorry, not Usain Bolt. Sorry. Yeah, Trent Bolt.
Yeah, Bolt and Bumrah. And a lot of people will say that this is the reason why SRH won, but you have to see that their batting lineup didn't change, right? They even had Rohit Sharma back. And SRH, I was very critical on RCB that day when they, when they just scored 120 runs, lot of soft dismissals. But today, same thing happened. In fact, today Mumbai didn't have any pressure. Still, they couldn't score much. And SRH, even with their limited resources, because remember they had 3 injuries 3 major injuries. they were able to contain it. So it's kind of a blueprint for other teams, especially since Delhi would be playing Mumbai in the first qualifier. And Delhi has very good bowlers. They have good fast bowlers. They have Ashwin. So I really feel that Delhi can learn from this match and see, because to be fair, most of the matches Surya Kumar Yadav has been carrying Mumbai, and there have been other performances by some like Ishan Kishan, and someday I think Hardik Pandya went berserk in one of the matches. But there's no consistency from any other player, any other batsman. So I think therein lies their weakness, Mumbai's weakness, because we always talk about Mumbai's, how solid they are and how settled they seem to be. But I think in today's match, SRH showed that what is lacking in their team, especially in the batting department. I'm sure bowling, once these two come back, they'll be very strong. And this is what is happening, right? The teams are not able to score against, especially against Bumrah. From last 6-7 matches, he has been exceptional. So yeah, I think this is for Delhi, because Delhi would be playing the first qualifier. I think this is a very good match to learn about how to go about against Mumbai. And yeah, I think coming back to RCB, they seemed very. I think he himself, as I said, he himself agreed that they were kind of scared. And I hope after just scrapping through to the qualifiers, they play more boldly, because this is the 4th straight match where both Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers have not scored heavily. And so I really feel that now is the time where they need to be bold, because they are playing very bad from last 4-5 matches, and their bowling also, Morris got injured, Saini got injured, so I'm not sure whether they will be ready, both of them will be ready for the next match. But they have good enough batting. If they put good enough runs on the board, their bowlers can actually back them up, because last 2 matches, even when they scored very less runs, there were patches in the match where the bowlers were kind of controlling the innings. Even against Delhi, when after such a good start, Delhi lost few wickets, and there was a slight chance. If you remember, if you watched the match, Stoinis pulled Siraj, and it almost went to Chahal's hand. If Chahal was a bit taller, he could have taken that catch. So yeah, I'm just saying that these are very small things in T20. The smaller things matter. The bigger things, the smaller things only make a bigger impact in the matches. So for Bangalore, I would only say that they should be more bold, as their tagline is play bold. So they should actually try to do that in the match. And SRH is just on a roll, so it'll be very difficult for RCB to stop them. But yeah, this is what I feel. And Delhi, I think Delhi, yeah, they have a very good team. They just need to perform at their potential. But again in the RCB match, Delhi only won because of those two making those runs, because apart from them, no one was looking solid, right? If you remember, Pant was also missing and missing the ball a lot of time. Shreyash Iyer just gifted his wicket. So yeah, they are not still 100% confident, or they are not 100% there, I feel. But I think they have to perform now up to their potential to really stop Mumbai. So yeah, that's my. So what do you think? First qualifier and the second eliminator between RCB and SRH. What is your prediction? Who you think will win?
It's a very shit time to actually make any prediction, but I feel Mumbai is going to beat Delhi anyway. So I really don't see, but this is going to be better for them. But I think Mumbai, the way they lost, it just shakes you up a bit more. And luckily I think a lot of things have actually worked out. Lucky for Delhi because they won a lot of matches at the beginning because they are a great team. As I said, they've got great coach, they've got great bowling, they've got great batting. But then things started dismantling. See, you notice that whenever weird things happen, is when you're trying to adjust things, when you have to, because of hierarchies, things happen. Because if apart from Rohit Sharma, anybody else had gotten injured, they won't put them back just because their team is winning. They won't put them back. They'll just keep them outside. Johnny Bairstow is not going to pull, because like now we're going to give Johnny Bairstow a chance. He's come all the way from England. He's complaining, I'm in quarantine. What am I doing? I'm a water boy or something. So, but it's Rohit Sharma. So you have to put him in now, which makes the team doesn't make the team better, it makes the team worse. But they will have to go with it because he's Rohit Sharma, and that is the problem with hierarchy. No, that's the problem with hierarchy, and particularly when the hierarchy is Indian and when it's IPL, Indian Paunch League, as somebody said. So
you only said that.
Now there's so many paunches in Mumbai team, and Mumbai needs to understand that they are the real champion team here. But today what happened, it was a slap on the face because see what happened, these things happen in dead rubbers, that you don't have the same intensity. As I said, like they will probably not come out with the best intensity, but what they could have done, they don't have to jump around everywhere on the field, probably try to save themselves the injury or something, I can understand. But when you're batting and you come in first, you have a lot of batting lineup, just bloody hit everything. Doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter. You can lose anything. You might as well put the best. In fact, they tried, but then somehow they just couldn't get going. Ishan Kishan eventually. I mean, everybody should have gone for it completely. Doesn't matter. They would have still gotten 150 anyway. But if they had actually clicked, they would have gotten 200. But when they made 150, because the commentators are very fickle. So when they made almost 150, particularly because Pollard, who was not looking good, hammered few sixes towards the end. So they were like, oh, these guys did very well, so momentum is with them. 150 can be. They were talking about RCB's 120 shit. I was like, dude, that was a shit score. That was a shit fucking score. 150 is very, very chaseable. There's some momentum here. But if they don't lose wickets at the beginning, if their plan works, this is going to be easy peasy. But obviously, commentators are always like, whosoever's on the top, they'll support them. And they have no perspective, nothing. And today also, the female commentator, this time is the Aussie lady who comes later on, who sits with Sangakkara when the match is not happening, right? And they sit on that balcony. I always wonder that those chairs don't have a backrest. And if they fall, will they fall all the way down onto the ground and break their necks? I mean, I'm always wondering, this like doesn't seem to be anything there to support them. And that lady, she herself introduced how, just after the match, just introduced like 149 and then 150. That's what she started her dialogue with, and then she finished her dialogue with, now all us SRH has to do is score 148 and qualify. And then I was looking at Sangakkara's face. I'm not sure in Hotstar you can actually go back that much. And as I said, that nobody's going to interrupt or correct anybody. And it was already going on into a break. And then I saw Sangakkara like, shuffle his head in. And you can't see me, but he was like almost smiling and shying. He was like, nah, this is bad. I can't tell her it's wrong. I can't tell. I wonder if these guys, this woman is going to go on my ESPN show where Craig Burley and all these assholes are there. They will just absolutely knock her completely off the perch, being like, he's like, you find another job for yourself in the kitchen. And then they laugh like maniacs. And then the other Scottish, she's probably bad at kitchen too. It's like, she's such a moron. Send her to the asylum.
Oh my God.
For kids. So no, they are very, very rude to people because they're just nice. I mean, this is what she introduced. Like she just match finishes like 149. Then she's like, all they need to do is get 148 and qualify. No, exactly when they get 148, they will not qualify. That is one run short, not 150. When you make 149, you don't score 148 to win. You score 150. That's a stupid common sense. See, I'm not going to pick our Royal Challengers. I'm going to stick to the thing that we had picked Royal Challengers, so I'm going to stick with that. But come on, man, SRH, they will have this. Something has to really turn around because it's not like it's a fickle tournament. It's T20. Everybody understands that. But RCB, the way they were playing, the way they get nervous and they're trying to like secure their place. That's not how champions play. And David Warner's team is going to come up. I mean, did you see the camaraderie between him and Saha? Man, these guys are like, they look genuine, real deal, man. He was like, they're like knocking on helmets and shit. Like, this is the Australian team which will never get out. Like, that's kind of stuff they're feeling. And that's solidity. When Bairstow is sitting on the bench, he's not upset. He's happy that his team is winning, and he's helping their cause by sitting on the bench. In fact, that's the best thing. In case something happens, because Saha almost had a groin injury. If something happens, this guy can come right back in, roaring back in, and they can actually play also. They said tomorrow they want to say we're going to go aggressive. They can actually say, okay, Kane Williamson, you've not had bat anyway. You've not batted for a while anyway, so might as well get Johnny Bairstow in and then have a try there that way as well. So they have the options in place, and they're not even a solid unit from bowling with. They're making do with whatever they have, and they're doing freakishly well because Sandeep, he knows his limitations. He's not going to bowl. He's not going to have any umpires going like sucking his balls by saying, oh my god, another 143. And now this guy bowls only 143 and they still keep going. He's so fast. Everybody's bowling 143, buddy, now. But they just love Jofra. So when Kohli hits 1-4, oh my god, Kohli is the best batsman. If somebody hits 3 4s, like, yeah, he hit 2 4s and here 1 4, maybe okay, he will. And then he hits 5 4, then like, oh, Indian team. Gaikwad is probably the next candidate for the Indian team.
Yeah, Watson was already comparing him with Kohli, saying that he's like young Kohli.
Yeah, but I'm not going to pick Delhi. I don't think Delhi has the caliber. But luckily for Delhi, now they got 2 matches. So even if they lose the first match, they can still. But yeah, if I'm going to pick, anything is possible. Obviously, naturally, it's a stupid thing to say for me as well. But definitely Mumbai, because after what has happened, they're going to get some paunches back in. And actually, when they're going to show up, whenever the hell they're going to show up, they're going to come out guns firing, because Mumbai is the real deal. If you really erase today's match, you know and I know, if there's one team which plays like a champion and which has played like a champion, who are actually 4-time champion, the maximum IPLs, they look the real deal. It's just today was, I hope, and I'm pretty sure they will be able to wipe it out, and against Delhi, they'll come out different, but it couldn't have gotten better for Delhi, you gotta say, because now they got 2 matches after winning that match, which they fair and square deserve at the end of the day anyway. But now Mumbai coming off a defeat, and they have the coach, they need to take advantage, they need to learn from this, as you said, and it couldn't have been easier for them at all. This is the best situation for them, and Royal Challengers, oh buddy, they're really gonna, they found themselves between a rock and a really hard place. So yeah, as they say. And it's going to be freakishly difficult for them. But I would be surprised if Royal Challengers win. Obviously, we have to support them. But I will be very surprised that Royal Challengers actually end up beating SRH. They'll beat it. It will be the same reason. AB is going to go nuts, or Virat Kohli is going to nuts, or both going to go nuts. I really don't see how. Otherwise, they're going to beat these people.
Otherwise, there's no chance.
Or we have a massive collapse at the beginning for SRH, and nobody's going to perform. But otherwise, I really find it very difficult, because they're just rock solid and they're just going to go in there with the. That's what I'm saying. You just couple of things here and there. AB de Villiers hitting hitting a shot which is falling in the empty ground and empty space, and then he just hits a ball and he just gets caught and then done for. Things can happen, but I'm pretty sure RCB is going to come out with better attitude, and he said that as well, that they got nothing to lose. They still had 3 matches to win. Now they still have 3 matches to win regardless. So they're going to come out full. I hope it's a very good match. Teams don't come out nervous. I don't think SRH is going to come out nervous. So RCB needs to come out. If they really want to win this thing, they need to come out as champions, as we expected them to be. So yeah, that's about it for that from my end.
Yeah, same here. I also have the same.
Alright, so by the time we come in next time, we'll be enjoying Donald Trump's victory, or maybe not till then. I'm not saying he's not going to win. I'm just saying that it might not have been decided till that time, because it's going to take a bit of a time.
Yeah. And I think if he wins, people will be upset, and there'll be lot of allegations going around that he bought voters, and it's almost like Indian election, like people they're complaining that dead people are coming and voting and people are stopping other people for going to vote. I mean, I thought this only happened in India.
No, it's gonna go on, but if Trump wins, it's gonna be okay. Well, let's see what happens. There's gonna be a lot of things at stake, and a lot of different new matches coming in. So yeah, that's about it from our end, and you tell us what you think, and we're gonna put our prediction. I'm gonna put in the thing which we had predicted for the ladder and what eventually happened. So you can see, and also you can actually double check it with our other podcast that we did at the beginning. I think a couple of months ago, who will win the IPL or something like that. So it's there as well. So everything is documented. That's why I like documenting everything. Even when we miss something, I put it on the things that people don't. Oh, you guys. So in the end, what was our win loss ratio? I just forgot that. So eventually, our win loss was mine was 35-19. Yeah. Yours, you actually made it to 30 after today's win, so it's 30-24. So it's not bad.
Not bad, yeah.
And
in such an IPL, it's not bad.
Such an IPL, it's not bad. Obviously, I win as always. Like Germany. Germany always wins. So good luck with Prithvi next time. He's gonna come out all hathoda, but maybe Prithvi might hit 6. I think if he's gonna play like this, they should say like, don't even waste a delivery. Just keep hitting. You might end up hitting 9 boundaries in 14 balls, and that will win us the match.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna go crazy, and this time by the way, they decided to get both of them. They're like, oh fuck it, just take both Kota Rahane, and Kota Rahane played really well. But that's what. And that's the problem. Now he's not going to play very well in the next match.
And it was
just going to happen.
Yeah. And the other reason was there was not much scoreboard pressure, right? It was not.
Absolutely. You picked it right. Absolutely. You picked it. You make 185. Rahane comes under pressure. It just becomes difficult. But obviously he plays well. He plays for India.
Yeah.
I have no doubt in his batting capability. I have to be the stupidest person to say he is not a good batsman. He's just not cut out for T20. Plus also all the things that have happened with him over the past few seasons, particularly in the last season when he got dropped from the captaincy and Steven Smith got the captaincy. Now here playing under Shreyas Iyer's captaincy, all these things are very difficult, particularly when you're at the peak of your career and when you think you're the big shot. So, but yeah, yesterday he showed his mettle and he was primarily the one reason. And Shikhar Dhawan, who already had multiple failures after a couple of centuries, he was bound to come good.
Yeah.
And it's Shikhar Dhawan, another ace player. So,
he's the
how many times can he fail anyway?
Yeah.
He's the thing. So, this has been very consistent with the pitches and troughs. And just the way Prithvi has been consistent with failing every single time because he has no technique. All right, enjoy your light, and hopefully I'll see you for the qualifiers whenever the qualifiers start. When is the first qualifier?
Tomorrow, day after tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow, yeah, go Mumbai. And some people, we are in Delhi, so maybe Delhi will, who knows? Let's see. Maybe we'll still get our Delhi and Royal Challenger final.
Yeah,
who knows?
Happen,
that was our prediction to start with. It can still happen. Mumbai will be really angry, but anyway, they still have double chances. Both of them. Alright, take care on that note. Have a good night and have a good week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.